What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping into Destiny 2 for the weekly reset of the 27th of August, and this week of course Act 3 for Echoes goes live. So as we dive back into the game today, we do have an update. We'll do our best to cover patch notes if Bungie share them. Additionally, we'll round up some of the featured rewards for the week and the Eververse inventory, key vendors, unlocks and more. Plus, with Act 3 dropping, of course, we get new weapons, artifact mods and a couple of other updates, including the launch of the exotic mission. That constitutes the key activity for Act 3 really, so quite a few interesting things to find within it, and of course we'll be revisiting that if we want to get all of the upgrades for the new exotic Choir of One. So no doubt we'll have a couple of busier resets here. We'll round up some of the key information in the video, and if you enjoy it, a rating helps us out no end on the channel. But now let's get into it. And of course, as we mentioned, Act 3 goes live today, so we've already spoken about the new artifact mods, the inclusion of a couple of new legendary weapons, and the reprised Martyr's Retribution. So if you've been holding on to Echo's engrams, those should be useful. And we also get another 50 Season Pass ranks, so if you've been holding on to seasonal challenges, you can finally turn those in. One of the key things for the week though is the exotic mission, which is called Encore, and we can pick up the Choir of One exotic auto rifle, which looks pretty cool from what we've seen in the trailer. The exotic mission appears that it will be kind of key part of the story for Act 3, so more than likely we'll have to complete some of the weekly story steps before we get access to it. But on that subject, I'll be sure to keep you posted, and let us know if you're excited to jump into the Act 3 content down in the comments section. Next up though, today of course we have had an update, and this is patch 8053. Of course, on the most part, it's bringing in some of the content for Act 3. There are a handful of patch notes as well, so I'll link the Bungie news page down below as you can check them out in full. But they did say that we've got a lighter patch today, and the highlight is that they fixed an issue where the cryoclasm aspect would deactivate on subsequent slides if the player sprinted after the first one. Been a few complaints about cryoclasm in the past few weeks, so good to see that one fixed. And otherwise, they say they're eyeballing some prismatic hunter tuning for early September, including smokes, swarms, and spectres, so more tuning for prismatic hunters by the sounds of it. We'll get more details on those at a later date, maybe in the TWID this week, but otherwise, that's the main thing to know about regarding the patch today, and I'll keep you posted on further updates as always. Now though, as we get into the game right here, we can see there is bonus Gambit ranks available for the duration of this week, so if you fancy leveling up with the Drifter, it's going to be a good time to dive in. And otherwise, let's focus on the Eververse store for the week. As always, don't forget to pick up your free Bright Dust. We will focus primarily on Bright Dust items. There have been a couple of updates for Act 3. No doubt many of the items will cost silver, but for Bright Dust this week, we've got Chef's Kiss, a rare emote available for 400 Bright Dust, so there's a quick preview of that one. We'll do it again since we cut it off at the start. Additionally, we've got the Omega Mechanos gauntlets right here, the ornament from the armor set from back in Curse of Osiris, so those are available for 1200 Bright Dust. And then there is the Dreaming Shimmer Transmat effect. All the Transmat effects are 450 Bright Dust. That one auto-cancelled itself, so we'll preview it once again. Then for the front page shaders, we've got Boreal Char available, making my legs stand out awfully. And also there is Biolume, and as always, the shaders are 300 Bright Dust. But over to the main Bright Dust section right here, we've got the U-Pass legendary emote available for 700 Bright Dust, so pretty cool one right there from this episode. There is also U-Fail. I'm not sure if that one came up twice. We're being interrupted lots by the game loading right here, but yeah, there's the U-Fail emote as well, so we'll have a quick preview of that one. That's 700 Bright Dust as well, kind of interesting. And then there is the Photovoltaic Shell exotic ghost for 2,850 Bright Dust this week. Additionally, the Firebreak Rescuer, which is 2,500 Bright Dust, a very curious looking thing indeed. And then we've got the Star Racer 95 exotic ship, which is up for 2,000 Bright Dust this week with a rather interesting trail on it. But then we've got the ornament. I don't know why it says I don't have trust. Maybe because I deleted the one from Forsaken. I'm not sure. But this is available for 700 Bright Dust, the Doubt ornament for trust in the store this week. So that's cool. And then there is the Side-Eye projection, a legendary ghost projection, which as always will cost 1,500 Bright Dust. They are still ludicrously expensive. But for the second page of shaders, we've got Bruised Blush available this week. Once again, these are all 300 Bright Dust. Additionally, there is the Grayscale Undergrowth available in the store, which is quite a nice one. And then we've got the Heat Shielded shader as well. Bit of sort of silver and orangey, goldy, yellow color scheme. And finally, there is the sinking feeling available in the store this week as well, which is pretty cool. So those are the shaders, but finally we've got the reflection effects transmat effect right here for 450 bright dust. Additionally, there is the heartbreaking entrance, of course one that's been featured many times. And finally, we've got Dreaming Shimmer, which was also on the front page right there. But nonetheless, let us know if you plan to pick anything up from the Eververse store this week. For a very quick peek at Banshee's inventory, for the moment, we've got the Number, which has Killing Wind and multi-kill clip. There's Dire Promise as well with auto-loading and osmosis, and then the Farewell sidearm with tunnel vision and Vorpal weapon, as well as Far Future with auto-loading holster and frenzy. And then finally, Temptation's hook is available with energy transfer and surrounded, but keep in mind the weapons and rolls will change throughout the course of the week. Very last though, for the vendors at least, let's make our visit to Shader 1, and for armor, we've got the Tangled Web set of gear, so if you want to add this to collections from back in the Forsaken era, you can do that this week. But for the shaders, which are 10,000 Glimmer, we've got Vitrified Chronology available up first, which is quite a nice one. There's also the new Pacific Rush, the Worn variant, which I believe is one of the old Titan Destination shaders. And finally, Dead Orbit Camo is available if you want some faction shader action this week. Some other content to mention to finish the video here though. The Nightfall weapon, best we know, should be shadow priced this week, and I think we'll be seeing Heist Battleground on Europa for the weekly Nightfall. But additionally, if you never picked up the Vexcalibur, or if you need any of the upgrades for it, the Nord Overload Avalon exotic mission is featured this week in the Legends tab, so that's another good one to chase down. And in terms of other farmable exotics, Collective Obligation should be featured, dropping from the Vow of the Disciple raid, so that will be a completely farmable one, in addition to all of the legendary drops that we can get in the raid. Plus, Grasp of Avarice is featured for the dungeon this week as well, so a couple of good catch-up activities if you need to get any of the rewards from them. But finally, we have the Lost Sectors that we'll see for this first week of Act 3, and today we've got Exodus Garden 2A on the Cosmodrome. On the chart right here, you can see the additional random drops that are able to come from these Lost Sectors. So on top of the exotic engrams, there are legendary weapons, of course. August 28th, though, we'll see the Broken Deep on the Pale Heart. Blooming Deep will follow it on August 29th, and then we'll get the Forgotten Deep on the 30th, before moving over to Europa, with Perdition featured for August 31st. For September 1st though, Bunker E15 on Europa will be featured, and finally we'll see Concealed Void on the 2nd of September. For today though guys, that's what we have to round up in this particular video, so as always I hope you found it useful, and if you have, get subscribed to the channel as I'll be keeping you posted on the Act 3 content, the exotic mission stuff, and the updates that Bungie will be bringing ahead of the next episode, Revenant, as that'll be launching in October, so really it's only a few weeks away at this point. And so hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date. If you found the video useful, let us know what you're looking forward to down in the comments section, but otherwise thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
The threat is serious and imminent. The conductor seeks to assimilate all of Sol under her command.
Guardian, I bring an invitation. It's not too late to accept.